Throughout its history, IndyCar has consistently explored new markets in an effort to expand its footprint and reach new audiences. While many of these efforts have resulted in new additions to the schedule, like races in Arlington, Texas and Markham, Ontario coming next season, plenty more have been proposed and never reached the finish line. No series goes through racetracks and proposed racetracks like IndyCar has, so I thought it would be fun to take a look back at some IndyCar races that were proposed, but fell through for different reasons. One of the more notable cancelled events was the 2012 Qingdao IndyCar race, which would have marked the series' arrival in China after previous attempts at international expansion. The race was expected to be a landmark moment, signaling IndyCar's commitment to broader international outreach. Though the event initially gained significant momentum, complete with an early marketing campaign and a formal announcement, it ultimately collapsed due to administrative hurdles and disagreements between local organizers and government agencies. The cancellation occurred well into the 2012 season, forcing IndyCar to revise its calendar and leaving teams frustrated by the sudden change. Due to sponsor and TV obligations, it was thought that IndyCar needed to find a replacement race to get to 16 total races in 2012. Tracks like Road America, Laguna Seca, and Michigan, who at this time were not on the calendar at all, were looked at as a possible replacement, but even those plans fell through, leaving the 2012 season with only 15 rounds. The Qingdao effort remains a prime example of how international politics and local bureaucracy can disrupt even the most carefully negotiated sporting events. Another major setback came with the cancellation of the 2015 Brasilia IndyCar race, an event that many observers believe to be a sure addition to the schedule. The race, planned for the refurbished Autodromo Internacional Nelson Piquet, had progressed well beyond conceptual stages. The race was slated for March 8, 2015, and it would be the season opener. Teams had even begun shipping equipment to Brazil in preparation for the race, yet only weeks before the event, the newly elected local government abruptly withdrew its support, citing budget concerns and questioning the expenditure of public funds. This last-minute reversal not only derailed the race, but also led to financial losses for the series, suppliers, and teams, sparking criticism of the political instability surrounding the event. Brasilia's cancellation remains one of the most disruptive cancelled races in modern IndyCar history. Removed from the calendar only 5 weeks before the race, it was a total black eye for IndyCar's international efforts. In the United States, one of the most ambitious but ultimately unrealized projects was the Boston Grand Prix, scheduled for Labor Day weekend in 2016. Conceived as a downtown showcase for the series, the Boston race was intended to mirror the success of popular street races like Long Beach and St. Petersburg. Organizers touted the event as a major economic driver and a celebration of engineering and racing technology. However, as planning progressed, resistance from neighborhood groups, questions about environmental impact, rising costs, and disagreements between organizers and city officials created insurmountable pressure. When the promoters' financial mismanagement came to light, the race was canceled, leading to a bunch of lawsuits and the eventual collapse of the promoting organization. The Boston Grand Prix stands as a cautionary tale about the complexities of bringing a street race to a densely populated metropolitan area. I think this race really could have been a good solid one for IndyCar, especially in the Northeast market where they have struggled to consistently have a presence. In 2012, promoter Andretti Sport Marketing pitched a plan for a street course race along Florida's Atlantic coast in downtown Fort Lauderdale. With a layout running on A1A near the beach, turning alongside streets by the city's Aquatic Center and Cortez Street, the race would have used hotels and parking lots as hospitality and spectator areas. The idea gained early support partly because one Andretti driver, Ryan Hunter-Reay, the 2012 series champion and Fort Lauderdale resident, was said to have backed the plan, giving the project a hometown appeal. But ultimately, it unraveled. Andretti Sport Marketing requested $20 million over a 5-year period from the city and county to help underwrite the race. On November 13, 2012, the Broward County Commission unanimously rejected that cost, calling the request so far out of the realm of possibility of anything we've ever considered before. Without public backing or really any funding, ASM effectively walked away, and the Fort Lauderdale Grand Prix never advanced beyond the proposal stage. The race would have been pretty redundant anyway, as there already is a street course race in Florida, albeit on the other coast in St. Petersburg. A quieter but nonetheless interesting failed proposal was the Quebec City IndyCar street race effort of the early 2010s. As part of IndyCar's effort to strengthen its presence in Canada, after the success of races in Toronto, Vancouver, and Edmonton, promoters in Quebec sought to create a downtown street circuit near the historic Old City. Early feasibility studies suggested a strong potential return for tourism and media exposure, and the project had early support from some municipal officials. Yet concerns regarding noise, traffic disruption, and the cost of hosting the event led to waning political interest. Without unified municipal backing, the proposal faded before reaching the contractual stage. The Quebec City example underscores how local public sentiment and administrative priorities influence racing projects, even when there is hunger to host a race in your city. These 5 unrealized races show the delicate balance required to bring a major motorsport event from concept to reality. Each proposed race represented a strategic expansion opportunity for IndyCar. However, in the end, the draw of hosting an IndyCar race never made financial sense. Qingdao and Brasilia even got on the official schedule but had to be cancelled weeks before they were set to run. It goes to show that while street course races offer a lot of benefits, they can be a total pain in the you-know-what to get off the ground. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.